All right, we're gonna be talking about this now that the Captain Marvel runs are done for now. We're gonna be reviewing the last two runs. Well, the Alyssa Wong run and the Ann Nocenti run. The ones that came after Kelly Thompson's run. The one, the one run that really explored Captain Marvel as a character and really showed that this character does have potential for good stories. And the stories that came after her run, not so much. Yep, and Nosati is the writer. Right here is all the information. Let's get started. Uh, this is the setting of the first page. Yada yada. Captain Marvel. Carol Danvers is talking to a bunch of people that just been introduced into the story, into her story, and well, it's boring. Yeah, there's nothing of note here. It's just, oh yeah, she knew people before she became a superhero, and I mean, I guess it's fine. It's just not that interesting. Blah blah blah. Not interesting. Not interesting. Yep. And is the first panel of the one of the villains of the story, Nitro, a character that has nothing to do with Carol Danvers. Like, why? Why Nitro? Is he such a low tier villain that he can just be plopped from anywhere into anybody's story? This is, yeah, this is just so weird. Yeah, Nitro, blah blah blah. Nitro's becoming well, a villain hater, a superpower hater. Mm, oh, a machine hater. That's what he became. He hates technology. Okay. Blah blah blah. Carol Danvers doing a bunch of boring stuff. Again, she is a freaking superhero, a cosmic level superhero, and they have her doing this. Sometimes I forget some of these writers just fundamentally forget that she has superpowers that rivals that of the strongest in her world. I mean, for pity's sakes, this person saved the sun on multiple occasions. Blah blah blah. She knows how to handle a boat. Oh wow, she knows how to handle a boat during rough weather. It's just really, again, she has super strength. She repelled a cluster of meteors. But yeah, her handling a boat, that's truly is impressive. Again, talking to a bunch of people, they're just introduced in this story that is not interesting. Talking. Yes, boring. And here we go. A panel of Jessica Drew, her best friend, and her cat, Chewie. You know, her alien cat that has tentacles in her mouth. I do not know who this is. I'm guessing is another person just introduced in this story. Iron Man. Again, it really shows that all this everything leading up to this moment is so beneath her. It's ridiculous. And here it is. Proof that none of the stuff that she experienced in this story so far should have been a hassle at all. Like, at all. Again, why do some of these writers try to ground this character? She is not a grounded character. She's not street level. She should be out there facing cosmic level threats, facing planet level threats at the very least. But you have her dealing with a boat in rough weather and actually making her look like she's struggling. What? Ugh. Again, a bunch of people, boring. Back to Nitro. Nitro. And here's the newest villain just introduced in this story, and I'm assuming not gonna come back in any future story because she's that boring. Her name is Nada. And I mean, I would think a name like that, and you think, oh, nothingness. Nothing means nothing. Okay, has potential if you know how to write her well. Okay, cool. But no, then this writer, Anne Nocenti, didn't write her. Did not write this character well. Okay. Not as convincing Nitro to go against Soups, in particular Captain Marvel, because this is her story, and apparently Nitro is not gonna be her villain. Uh. Yeah, she hates Nitro hates Captain Marvel. Nada hates Captain Marvel. Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, Nada is convincing Nitro that Captain Marvel is a robot. Yeah, Nitro's an idiot. See, this should be compared to her scene with the boat. Like, she is flying at Earth, in Earth's atmosphere, talking to Iron Man, a multi-billion-dollar individual with weapons of mass destruction. It's just, there's no comparison here. Talking to Iron Man. Talking about the negative, so... She's talking about saving the world one boat at a time. Again, she has super speed, super strength, and flight. Jeez. Oh yeah, I'm thinking that whole talk about the negative zone might be might be alluding to her negative zone adventure in the Alyssa Wong run of Captain Marvel, which, yeah, I read that entire story and she didn't really have an adventure. She was just in and out. Negative zone really didn't play a part in anything. Anything. Yep. Mm-hmm. Let me read this. Of course, I know about the exploding magnet thing or whatever. The next time return my calls first. Why am I never at your top of your dance card? By the way, boss, Do you remember you're the boss of the Avengers now, right? There's this weird thing in the negative zone. What do you want us to do? Negative zone. That could get wonky and bizarre. You will need a Scarlet Witch, Thor, Vision for sure. Hell, take them all. I'll go deal with probably nothing Magnetar thingy and join you in the zone. After all, I'm the only Avengers capable of rocketing to deep space in a hot minute that cannot handle a bolt without struggling. Because the story says so. Blah, blah, blah. Again, they talk about the negative zone, which is going to be a quote-unquote important part of the Alyssa Wong run. And, well, it's not. She flies into space. She meets this dark cloud thing. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. See, I thought from this panel, this story had potential. Like, this new cosmic event is like, it's interesting. It's like, I want to see how Carol approaches this kind of event. You know, you never see Carol like really, really explore the cosmic level of her identity. She is a daughter of the stars. She has been inside the sun. She has been in multiple galaxies. She has destroyed planets. And yet you rarely, and I mean rarely, just see her just approach cosmic level things like this. It's like they always regulate that to characters like Thor or other, like maybe even Scarlet Witch, maybe, but never Carol. I don't get it. They're trying to post her as like the mightiest character, but they don't really show it. They just say it, never show it. That's why I don't believe them. Again, they're talking about this cosmic event, and she's using her full-time vision, a ability that she gained during Kelly Thompson's run. And they just using this ability. I mean, Ann Nocenti is having her use this ability here, and I just cool. You're calling back on some of the things that were established in Kelly Thompson's run. Too bad that the only thing that ever is brung up in Kelly Thompson's run are her abilities, the abilities she established and cultivated in that series, like her full-time vision. The same is going to be said during the Alyssa Wong run. That the only thing that Alyssa Wong brought back from Kelly Thompson's run is her abilities that either Kelly Thompson introduced or cultivated or enhanced in her 50-issue run. And that's just sad. Yeah, she throws a giant rock at that cosmic event. It's like, okay, so she's just throwing things in the water and see what sticks. I mean, I don't mind this approach. It just shows that she doesn't know what it is, and she is trying anything to see what a reaction comes out of it. Which, yeah, I do see somebody who's inexperienced in these kinds of things to just try anything. It really shows that she really has no experience in these cosmic events when the writers don't want to give it to her. The writers don't give it to her. Yeah. More of a full-time vision. Actually, a full spread. Yeah, this looks really good. I really like this one. It's like, yeah, she's badass. She's fighting these cosmic tentacles using her full-time vision and just throwing rocks. It's like, Yeah, this to me this is so interesting. This makes her so badass. It's a freaking real shame that this doesn't carry over to the rest of the damn mini, of the rest of the 5 issues series. That's this Dark Tempest arc. Mm-hmm. Apparently, the event decided to become dormant. It's like, okay, so he full time vision and throwing rocks was enough to calm it down. All right, this is the beginning of the story, so I'm not really gonna question it yet. But that's still head scratchingly confusing. All right, let's continue. Yeah. She's wary of this, and okay, she's go back to Earth. Sure. Nitro meets Nada for the first time. Again, knowing what happens, these two characters are incredibly wasted and incredibly boring. Yep, not really a note. Yeah, Nada gives Nitro a upgrade in power, and again, in the end, it means nothing. Oh, here, Carol meets up with her best friend, Jessica. And where are they heading to? Mm-hmm. A teen center. Yeah. They're gonna have Carol and Jessica talk to teenagers. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, scientists talking about robots, how they're gonna be replacing people's jobs or whatever. Yep. And here's some disillusioned kids. Disillusioned smart kids, so you know they're gonna be a treat. Mm-hmm. Hates robots. Mm-hmm. Carol punches the robot. Here's a bunch of kids who are disillusioned with society right now because, robots are taking your jobs or whatever. I honestly do not care about the stories to actually follow what's going on with these 3 kids, again, introduced in this story and not going to come back in any future stories, I'm guessing, because they're that uninteresting. Just getting, showing straight up disrespect to a hero that saved the world multiple times over. I guess they just wanted her to let the world explode or something because they're stupid kids, they're stupid smart kids. Teacher telling them don't disrespect the hero, like the hero that can blow up the planet. Okay, because kids don't know better. Except these kids who are smart. But they're immature, so you give them a pass. Blah, blah, blah. Don't give a shit. Sorry. Didn't mean to curse. I don't give. I don't give a damn. Like, these characters are so boring. Why are you spending so much time introducing them? This is supposed to be a Captain Marvel book. It's like, why do some of these creators just do not understand in a Captain Marvel book, you gotta focus on who else? Captain Marvel. These is uninteresting. Kara goes up on stage, talks to a bunch of disillusioned kids, And of course, she flops because she's talking to a bunch of disillusioned kids. Blah, blah, blah. She's giving a speech. Who gives a damn? Mm-hmm. Jessica goes into the building and nothing happens. Of course, because if nothing happens, this will be a very waste of time. A very much waste of time. Nada's making her move. Not only does Nada capture Captain Marvel, but it captures the kids, surprise, the kids that have been disrespecting her this entire story. Because, there gotta be some form of conflict of any kind in this story because Nada and Nitro ain't gonna be the one providing that. Jessica tries to save Carol again, her best friend. So, yeah, I understand why she's in the store. If this would have been more of their relationship, it would have been much more interesting. I mean, but no, it's just now Carol got to deal with these brats. Jeez, with these annoying characters, annoying kids. The annoying kids, the robot guy, and Carol fly into space. And that's the end of the first issue. And I just want to say this was. I would admit this did has potential with that cosmic event with the tentacles and the purple energy, the purple black energy. Fine, it's like, yeah, have her deal with more cosmic events. Yeah, I so rarely see her do that. Even in Kelly Thompson's run, even though I really like that run, I feel it lacked her actually going into space, going into the cosmos, and exploring the unknown. Even though they keep saying that she is the mightiest Avenger, no, they never really follow through on that. They just say it, but don't show it, which I find incredibly annoying. And this first issue, it had potential to really head in that direction, but it didn't. They only dipped their toe in that direction until fully reeling her into the whole earthbound talking to kids nonsense. Just, yeah, this is the beginning of this. I know how this story goes, and it ain't gonna get any better. So I give this a 4 out of 10 because it was boring. I find most of it boring. All the supposed character development, it's just so boring because none of them doesn't follow through into further stories or even in the next issues of this Dark Tempest series.